Alright guys, Rxllout here and welcome back to a quick easy video tutorial sort of thing. Now this time we're going to be going over something called bus compression set in FL Studio 12. Now what is bus compression? It is very simply put, and I know a lot of users don't do this, they try to pad out the video, but what bus compression is a certain amount of instruments or a section of instruments, mostly it's a section of instruments, put into a certain channel and then linked to that channel, and everything you do to that channel affects the other instruments. So it's like a big bus of, so let's say for example we have three buses. We've got and this is real life buses, you know, the ones that drive people to school and everything. We have a melody bus, we have a percussion bus, and we have a drum bus. All these buses are separate, and whatever we do to one of them, say we want to change the paint on one of the buses, that will only affect that one bus, with all of the certain elements in it. Hopefully that explains it a bit better. So what we're going to do here is show you guys why it would be useful, how to use it, and improve your production skills. So let's get started. I have already made these buses. I did record a video, the same video before, realized the microphone wasn't on, had to re-record it. It happens. So what we're going to do is listen to this beat before the well, not the compression, just the before the bus, and then after. So let's listen. Okay, but sounds good, but obviously not mixed very well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go and we're going to get the percussion elements, and we're going to put it into this bus called percussion. Again, I realize this really doesn't sound very cool or interesting or essential, but believe me, this will help you so much with mixing. It'll help you so much with the different elements in your mix, like gelling together. It works very, very well, believe me. So we've got Ayumi Dungeon Perk again. The perks I used, a lot of these were from Ayumi's kits. Fantastic kit. Really can't complain about it. But yeah, we'll grab. Well, this one's already linked, so I forgot to do that one. But what we would do is click on the instrument that we are wanting to send to the percussion bus, and we would right-click it and do route to this track only. Bam. Now that is linked to this percussion bus, and yeah, whatever we do at this percussion bus will also be done to this instrument, and all the percussion we put in. I will put the snare in just to kind of highlight what it does. So again, route to this track only. The bounce snare, route to this track only. Open hat, route to this track only. And we do have counter snares here as well. I side chained it, so we unlink by clicking that button. Unlink and then route to this track. Same with the percussion here. Route to this track only. Now, if we solo this, nothing's going to happen. That is because we need these sounds to be played. Well, we need them on, I should say. Let's type in this as well. Okay, perfect. Now, all these sounds are basically mainly the percussion. So, with percussion, a lot of the times you're not wanting, I've done this before, but I'll redo it. I'm going to reset this. With the percussion, a lot of the times you're wanting the low end not to be too prominent. So we can just bring this in. And again, we can hear the snare kind of cutting off, so we'll bring it a bit out. But again, just simply doing that will basically separate a lot of the sounds, so we don't have any percussion that is bleeding into the low end here. Again, compression, we can also compress this bus to compress the certain percussion we put into it, which will basically help a bit. So we'll meet the low end because we've EQ'd out the low end. Turn it on, and we'll bring up the ratio to the point where it's just you know, matching the input. Right, there's fine, maybe a bit more. Turn it up a bit. So again, just slightly compressed there. And if we listen to that in context with everything else, already we have a lot cleaner mix here. And again, we can move these sounds independently from the bus. We can turn them up separately, so if we want the snare to be louder, we'll do so. And also, vice versa, we wanted the entire percussion section to be quieter, we can bring it down. So I personally, here, I feel like the snare maybe doesn't need to be in it. I think we can EQ the snare separately. So to get the snare back to its original position, its original place, we are going to unlink it here by clicking this green arrow that's going upwards and click it. And then sidechain, route it back to the master. So we go on the master knob here and go route to this track only. We just right click this little knob here on the master, and the snare will now be unlinked from the percussion bus and put into the master bus. Now that might have been quite a lot to kind of, understand and comprehend first off, so we will go through it again, this time with the melody. So we can highlight all of these melodies by hitting Control Shift and clicking all of them, and then again route to this track only, route to the melody bus. Now what I do the melody usually, I'll just reset this again, is we want to listen mostly, but we don't want, at least in this case, too much melody bleeding out into their percussion, because obviously with the percussion that's EQ'd out a lot of the low end, so we want the melody to be a bit more in the low end. So you can bring this in here, bring this notch down by just mouse scrolling this down. Turning it on, of course. So now we'll notice we can hear the percussion a lot more clearly, a lot better in the mix, and it doesn't overlap or bleed into the melody too much. Perfect, works perfectly fine. Again, same with compression, we can compress the melody. In this case, I don't feel it's necessary, but we can add a bit of reverb, of course. And also, if your mix is sounding a bit off, what we can do with that is also, we can bring this melody up and down however we want. Be quiet, bring it back up. But I would also suggest doing this after you've leveled things out. Again, you can do it by ear, but mostly if you've leveled, you've mixed your stuff, you put them in a bus, this will help control the levels of the overall mix. So again, you can tweak, you could also, like I said, put the drums into a certain bus. We'll do that really quickly, just rename this, drum bus, pick 808, very simple. Don't really need to do this, we can do this separately, but again, just showing you can do this with anything really. So obviously this is the low end now, we can EQ out like this. And again, we can turn up and down according to how we would like to mix. and turn it mono, whatever we want. And again, with these buses, we can stereo separate the percussion independently. We can stereo separate the melody independently. Whatever we want to do, we can now do a lot easier with bus, whatever, you know what I mean, drum bus, melody bus. The buses we can do things with, okay? So again, if you can go back and basically listen to this without any bus or EQ or anything like that, it will sound a lot different and a lot worse mix. So listen to it once more, and that should be the video. Dope. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, of course, and please leave a like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff by Kit. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll be live on Thursday and Sunday for beat reviews. If you want your beat reviewed, send them into Rxllout submission@gmail.com, and we'll get it reviewed. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one I do. Peace.